All right. Hey guys, I have a couple tips for you to help you stay organized as we're doing this virtual online schooling. I know that it can feel very overwhelming. You're enrolled in 5 to 6 classes, you have teachers assigning things, everybody kind of has their own way of how they use Google Classroom and how they assign things. So I've found a couple ways that Google has tried to make it easier for you guys to stay organized. I know some of us are better when we physically have something in front of us. Maybe you use folders when we're in typical schooling. Um, Maybe you just put everything into one folder and you hope to find it. I've seen kind of everything in between, but Google does have a way of putting everything in one spot to really make it easy for you to know what you should be doing other than just what your teacher is telling you. Because I know that there's time if we miss a class or we are ill and we're out for a few days, sometimes it seems really overwhelming. You don't know where to start. Maybe a teacher told you to complete an assignment. You don't remember what teacher it was, or what assignment it was. And that's a lot of clicking through and it can get frustrating. So to help end that, I'm going to show you these tools that are going to help you hopefully alleviate some of that stress that you're feeling. So all I've done here is I have created classrooms on another teacher's account, assigned myself assignments just like a normal teacher would, and then I'm playing the role of the student. So you are going to see my assigned work and kind of what it will look like as a student. So I'm going to be using these 4 classes. You probably have 5 to 6 of your own classes that you're enrolled in right now. So let's just get started. The first tool is how you can kind of check in on a class to make sure that you're not missing anything, that you've completed all the work that you're supposed to complete in one place that's super easy. So I'm going to start. This is tutorial class. These are a lot of the actual social studies assignments that I've already used. So I'm just going to kind of show you what this looks like. So when you guys log in to Google Classroom and you click on the class that you are wanting to work on, it is going to take you to the stream. I am personally not a huge fan of the stream just because I don't like it. It gets all jumbled to me. It's a lot of everything. Yes, it's posted in order, but you might have class comments in there. You might have announcements. You might have materials that the teachers posted, but it's not just your work. And for these purposes, I think that a lot of us just want to see what is the work that we need to get done, especially if we're feeling overwhelmed or falling behind. So classwork tab is where I think is a better option. You've got a lot of teachers will put things into topics. I know I personally put things into topics based on the week. This is a little bit different because we were kind of using this class for multiple things. But either way, this is a place where you can see all your assignments, can see what their due dates were, when they were posted, all of that. So for those of you that just like to have the visual when your teacher says, hey, we're doing assignment 11, I think that classwork tab is an easy way. Okay, there's 11. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to do it. Now, if you're starting to feel behind, this doesn't really tell you what you've already turned in. It's not going to immediately give you your grade. So this is how you do this. Up here says view your work. You've accidentally clicked on it before and didn't really look into it. It is a lifesaver if you are getting behind. So when you hit that, you are going to get a list of all the assignments that have been assigned by that teacher. No materials, no announcements, just the assignments. And the best part about here is, one, you can see the due dates and you can see your status on them. So the red is obviously missing. We're used to seeing, missing, bad, red, right? So I've got these 3 assignments that I know right away without having to do very many clicks at all that I need to get those done, especially if I have a teacher that, has told me, hey, you need to get on these. I know a lot of teachers are showing grace right now with everything being online and, some stuff can be confusing. If you have a teacher that says, you missed the due date, we're not really accepting that anymore, then this isn't going to be as helpful. But it will give you a good place to start. Like if you were out for a week and you need to make up your work, it's still going to technically, Google's going to count it as missing, so you know exactly where to start. So I've got these missing assignments. It's going to tell me things that have been assigned to me. If it has been assigned to me, that means that there's some action I need to take on it, whether it's a question and I just have to do a response, or maybe it's a Google Slides that I have to create or that I have to work in, a Google Doc. It's something that I'm going to have to do, and at some point it needs to be done before this due date. So if it's been assigned to me, I'll know that. So that gives me a good idea of what I should be working on. It'll tell me what I've already turned in. It does tell you if you did it late, but that's more, I think, for, parents to see. And then just your assigned. And if you have any graded work that your teacher's graded, you'll be able to see that it's been returned to you here. But if you want to filter it out even more, you can go and just look at your assigned work, and it's going to show the things that you have not completed yet. So these are the things that I need to do for Miss Lily's class. Then these are the things that are missing. I still need to do them. They're missing, but it's right there for me. I can break it down to just my missing work. So this would be for you if you're out sick, this would definitely be a good place to start. And then here's where you can also see assignments that have been returned to you. You'll be able to see the grade here, all right here in one spot. So just to remind you how I got there, if I'm in my class, remember it takes you to stream. Don't like the stream, rather be in classwork. Go to classwork, and right at the top, view your work. And then you can filter it however you want. So that's if you want to just, go class by class. You just want to, hey, I'm going to knock social studies out, then I'm going to do science, then I'm going to do math. But if you'd rather see everything in one place, you're overwhelmed, you don't even know where to begin, this is where you need to go. When you pull up your Chromebook, this is what shows up, right? All your classes, you obviously don't have as many as mine, but all your classes are pulled up. You can still get to that same clipboard that I just showed you from this screen for each class, so you don't even need to click into the class. But it's there. But here is the tool that I want to show you that is going to put everything that you need to do all in one place. Google made a to-do list for you, and you didn't have to do anything to make them create this for you. You have to do the work, so this is my to-do list. The very first page that it brings me up to is the things that are assigned to me. So these are the things that I need to complete. If it's something that my teacher was gracious and didn't give me a due date, I can find those all up here. Then I can see everything that I've been assigned this week. I can see when it needs to be done by. Then if I've got, want to get ahead, start working ahead, I can look at next week. If my teacher has posted anything that's going to be due next week. And then some teachers will do like long-term projects or long-term assignments that maybe aren't due till the end of the quarter. You can even see all of those in one place and their due dates. Okay. So this is literally your to-do list for the future. Okay. So this is just a one-stop shop for you to see it. Now, if you're missing work, this isn't the tab you want to be on. You're going to want to go to the missing tab, because it is going to give you first everything that you are missing from this week. And since missing is backwards, you can look at everything that you're missing from last week. And I can see when it was due, I can see what the assignment was, and I can see the subject that it was for. And if it's purple, that's with science. Hopefully your classes have different colors. That does make it nice. But see, like my tutorial class and my math class are both blue, so it doesn't work out perfect. But I can still see the name of the class here. Okay, so I'm able to see what class I'm working on, and maybe I get bored of just doing one subject, so I'm just going to start with science. Maybe I'll switch over to ELA for a bit, then I'll go back to math. But this is going to give you everything in one spot from all your classes, anything that's been assigned. And then it'll have your assignments that are done, turned in. So you can look at the things that you've done early, this week, last week, and even earlier. Okay? So I hope this helps you stay organized. This is, I believe, a game changer when it comes to feeling overwhelmed and not wanting to go through a bunch of emails every time an assignment is posted. And you just want to focus and get work done. This gives you a clear place to start. So how I got there, just one more time, start with Google Classroom. You can click the Google Classroom that's over here in your waffle, or I have it pinned to my bookmarks. So you've got your to-do. That's going to be all your classes, which makes sense since it's right here, not attached to a single class. And then you can go even further and just go right into science. I just want to take on science and get it all done. So that's the first strategy I told you. So I hope this helps. Let me know if you have any questions.